Hello and welcome to Wicklow Good News with me, Jillian Godsil. Today, my guest is Kelly Tormey, who is one of the very earliest founders of the BARSS, the Bray Area Rough Sleepers Support Group. Thank you very much for coming on the show, Kelly.
No problem.
We found you. You've been going for 5 years, right? But we found you because we saw a post on Bray with yourself and your brother Tom, who's now involved with the organisation. So tell me, BARSS, B-A-R-S, Bray Area Rough Sleepers Support. Why did it start and what do you do?
So it was started in 2015, and the whole idea behind BARSS was to bridge the gap for service users between the time the homeless help in Bray closes and reopens again the following morning, because they close quite early in the day. So especially in the winter months and when it's cold, there's nothing there for them from the closing early in the day until the following morning. So we came in then to kind of bring hot drinks and food to carry them through.
Wow.
Till it opened.
And you've been doing this every night for the last 5 years, the organisation?
Yeah. We're at Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, Christmas Day, all those. It's every day.
Wow.
Every day. They're out, we're out. And
it's the Bray area. So now you have between 10 and 20 clients of your service?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, in the early days, there was some nights we go out, there'd be nobody. And, you know, for businesses to see nobody, it's a bad thing. But for us, it's great when we see nobody. But no, in the last few years, it's really, the numbers have shot up.
And are they all men, these rough sleepers, or are they a mixture?
There is a mixture. There's definitely, the majority are men. And there's only been women in the last few years that we've seen. But now we've a few women now.
And are there any children sleeping rough?
No, we don't. We're lucky not to have any children. Yeah.
So this is a purely voluntary organisation, the BARSS, and you donate hot drinks and food.
Yeah. So bring out each night. We'll bring. We have it's all out of the boot of your car, kind of. So each night it's handed off to the next person for the following day. So we've kind of a couple of those big kind of crate boxes that go from one boot to another. And we've got big hot water canisters. So we do teas and coffees. And then we've got pot noodles and cup of soups. And then we'll make fresh sandwiches each night. And you've got crisps, bars of chocolate, that sort of thing. So it's like a little bag each of them get. And then some nights we do hot food as well. So. And
you've been doing it for the last 5 years, so presumably you know many of the people. They're regulars.
Yeah. We know them all by we're all on first name terms. We get new people that come. We get people that come for a couple of weeks and then go again. And sometimes you'll find people that didn't know we were there, and one of our service users would have mentioned it in passing, and they come to us through that. But yeah, no, we know quite a bit about each other,
And do you go to the same areas each time? How does that work? Do you go to which parts of town?
Yeah, so we have set stops. So we would go along and stop off at designated points where the guys know we'll be. So there's a kind of a good few of them throughout Bray. So it doesn't matter where they are, there's a stop close to them, kind of. Or if it's a thing that we've heard of somebody in a particular spot that's out a bit, we'll add that stop to our route just to make it easier. The likes of in the winter and that, you're not going to find them wanting to leave a warm tent. If they've gotten heat into them, they're not going to want to walk and stand in the cold to wait for us. So we'll kind of try and make it as close to them as we can.
And all the food that you bring them, is that organised by yourselves, or do you get donations? How does that work?
A bit of both, really. A bit of both. At the start, it would have literally just been us providing it all. But now we're lucky enough that we get kind of donations from the public. People contact us on Facebook and will bring us stuff, or, if they've had, say, birthday party or stuff like that, they'll pass on sandwiches or food that was left over. So, but in the last little while now, we've had kind of businesses that will come to us and say, look, we'd like to provide food on this night, and it's great. It really is great, because it means they get that little bit more.
Do you want to do a shout out to some of the businesses that are helping you?
Yeah, no, I'll do my best here, because if I forget anyone, without food aside, Bray, in Bray, AB printing and design, those guys did up. We have magnets with bars on them that go onto the cars each night. And naturally, because it's a different car every night, the guys wouldn't necessarily know which car we'd be in. And those big kind of magnet stickers
That's
on the
clever. Yeah.
they're great, because they know just to watch out for that, and it's us. So AB Print and Design have been brilliant. They also gave us jackets and high vis and everything. They're fantastic. McGettigan's in Bray are giving us hot food at the minute, which is great. Maison Moly, before they closed down for Corona, they gave us an awful lot of stuff. As did Butler and Barry. As did Insomnia in Shankill, gave us loads of juices and pre-made sandwiches and soups and everything before they closed up, which was great, because so much of that stuff would have just gone in the bin.
Brilliant.
And I've kind of got in touch to say they had bits for us. The Lions Club in Bray have been great with us. We kind of link in with Five Loaves and BCAT and all those. We kind of go in together. Dignity packs were brilliant too. There's loads of them have been so kind to us, and helping us out, you know.
And I understood you won an award recently.
Yeah, so we won the Endeavour Award through Bray Council, and that was great. An awful lot of people heard about us through that, and it was a really big surprise, because I mean, we just do what we do ourselves. We don't do it for thanks or for praise or anything like that. So it was a really big surprise, and it was lovely.
It's good, I'm sure, then too, as well, to generate more donations and support and volunteers. Tell me, how has the pandemic and the lockdown affected your service?
So we still carry on as normal. We're a little, obviously, a bit more cautious. We've been donated kind of masks that people have made, and gloves and hand sanitizer and all that sort of stuff. So we're that bit more conscious of it. When we're out at night, we have to just be that little bit safer. But the only thing it's done really is we've had to kind of reorganize the way that we sort out our rota each night. Obviously, some of the volunteers weren't able to go out anymore if they'd underlying health conditions, if they'd family to look after, that kind of thing. But we've done it in such a way that the people that can't go out are helping us with food. So they would maybe make the sandwiches for that night, or make some hot food to go out or whatever. So everyone's still involved, you know, because those that couldn't go out were reluctant to just kind of step back from it. A lot of us have been in it for so long.
It's a huge amount of work for a small group of people, isn't it? I mean, it's every night, the last 5 years. And I mean, and you can't just not do it. You can't not show up, because people are relying on you. It's not like a nice to have. If you wanted to do a call out as a response to this podcast and video, what things do you need, or what people do you need? What help do you need?
So at the moment, for numbers of people, we're doing okay. In terms of volunteers, we're managing to fill our rota, and just with the way things are at the moment, we're trying as best we can to keep the team that goes out each night from the same family or the same household. Like my husband is in with us now, and that's fine, because we can keep to me, my husband and my brother going out, and like that with other nights. We've got husbands and wives and that are going out together, and partners and that. So that we're fine in that sense. But in terms of stock, like, we go through so much. You know, if you're seeing 20 people a night, you're going through, you know, 20 pot noodles, 20 packets of crisps. It's a lot. So anything like that, non-perishables, like, we can never really take anything that needs to be, like, often people are trying to give us like tins of food and stuff like that, but our guys literally sleep in tents or sleep under the stars or in doorways or that kind of thing. So they haven't got anywhere for that. So like crisps, chocolate, pot noodles, anything. Oh.
And then tell me, if people want to find you to donate food, and maybe, do you take things like clothes? Do you take clothes at all, or?
So the problem with clothing is storage.
Okay. So it's basically the food. It's a food service that you're offering, and comfort and friendship.
On our Facebook page, if we're ever stuck for something in particular, for a service user, we'll ask on that for it.
Perfect. And the Facebook page, it's the BARSS, BARSS.
Yeah, it's BARSS open group page. It's just we have one for our volunteers, so we had to make sure that it was the completely separate one. There was a bit of a mix up at the start, so we had to make it really clear which one was which.
Yeah.
So yeah, people always get in touch through that. And that a couple of us have that on our phones, so they come straight through.
Excellent. Well, I hope you get lots more donations coming through, because if you're feeding 20 people a night, that's a lot of people, a lot of packet of crisps, pot noodles, teas, coffees, juices, waters, whatever you give. It's a lot, a big quantity, like having a big, huge family gathering every night.
Yeah, it is. It is. The boxes, when we're handing them off each night, they're getting bigger and bigger each time, but it's still working out okay for the moment anyway.
Well, I have to say, well done, Kelly. It's a great service that you're doing. I love it because you're friends with these people now. It's actually a local service that you're offering to people who are rough sleeping for whatever reason. So Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. When people want to get hold of you, it's BARSS on the open
group page.
Open group page, beg your pardon, on Facebook for any donations you received. Thank you again for your time, Kelly.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. That's Kelly Tormey from the BARSS Bray Open Rough Sleepers Support Group. That's all for this week with me, Jillian Godsil. Thank you to Marlene Murphy producing, and Gavin Dowd on sound. Until next time, be safe, be good, and keep on helping others. Thank you.